Good morning from your resident snowball. Today we're going snowball. What do we think? I got this jacket in the thick of the summer for $7, and it is the coziest. So we're going snowball today. I think it's 7 degrees out. Anyway, let's warm up. I'm gonna make some tea. I always talk about that I love starting my day out with my peak teas. I have these linked below. First thing on the agenda today is to make some breakfast. That is going to be featured in my upcoming cookbook, the Healthy Protein Cookbook. So I tested the recipe for it the other day, and now I'm gonna be filming it and taking the photos of it. That's usually the way that I do it. I will test it out on my own, and then when the lighting's good, when the sun is out, which it is today, I will film it and photograph it. And I'll eat it again and make any tweaks that I want to. So today's featured recipe is going to be my tofu scramble. Let me show you how we make it. This tofu scramble could not be easier. All you have to do is get yourself some firm tofu, crush it up in the pan, use a fork to sort of fluff it up a little bit, and then you can either do this in a separate bowl or just throw it right into the pan. You really should do it in a separate bowl, but I was feeling lazy and just threw it all together. You're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, a tablespoon of tahini, 1/3 of a cup of plant milk, any non-dairy milk that you like, and then for spices, turmeric, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. The turmeric gives it sort of that yellow tinge, and then if you want to add in some black salt, you can get this on Amazon. Just search black salt, eggy flavor, and it gives it an eggy flavor. I don't love the taste of eggs. I never was an eggs girl, but I wanted to try it because I'm making this cookbook and wanted to know if it actually does taste like eggs, and wow, does it taste like eggs. It is wild. So if you know somebody that misses the eggy flavor, or you yourself miss the eggy flavor, then definitely purchase this. All right, honeys, here she is in all her glory. I'm actually gonna add in some more vegetables to this. I'm gonna chop up some more peppers. As we know, I love having veggies in my first meal. I'm just fully embracing my Michelin Man era, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I have a disease where if I leave my jacket on for more than 30 seconds after entering the house, that jacket's not coming off. Anyone else? All right, more peppers have been added. Let's sit down at my little breakfast nook. Let's meditate, let's chat a little bit. I'm sat in my little breakfast nook, as the English will say. The English say, I'm sat here, but Americans say, I'm sitting here. So I'm sitting sat here. I have, as always, my supplements. I show these all the time. They're linked in the description bar. I take both of these every single day because I'm on a plant-based diet. It is essential so that you make sure you're all taken care of. So my vitamin B12 and my vitamin D3, let's take them. And before I do my meditation, I want to share with you a couple of grounding mechanisms that you can use before you eat. And specifically, I want to introduce you to ones that you can use no matter where you are. I do have my meditation that I do every day on the Slim app, in the morning particularly, but before I eat, I always meditate. But I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can do no matter where you are to ground you. The term grounding was not introduced to me until my mid-20s, maybe. And I wish that I had understanding of what that term was earlier in life, but here I am now. What grounding is it is a way to redirect you to the here and now, to the present moment, to bring you back to earth when you find yourself either future tripping with anxiety about the future, or depression is when you're living in the past. Whenever you're not in the present moment, you need to use a grounding technique to bring you back into the present moment, bring you into the here and now, and get you into, particularly when we're gonna eat something, rest and digest. So 3 grounding techniques that you can use no matter where you are. One of my favorites that I do all the time, this is why you always see me with a warm drink, is to hold a warm drink with both of your hands. Such an easy one. Number 2, this is a mental one. If you are sitting down, to visualize, put both of your feet on the ground. I am a culprit of, I always have my legs crossed. Whenever I'm getting my hair cut, they're like, uncross your legs so that you're nice and straight. But put both of your feet on the ground. Visualize that there is an anchor tied to your feet, and it has dropped and it's hit the earth's crust, and it's gotten deeper into the outer core, into the inner core, and it's going all the way to the center of the earth. and it's pulling you back down to earth. It's not pulling you into the middle of earth, but it's grounding you and keeping you steady where you are right now. And then the third one that I like to do, and this one helps not only with grounding because it brings you back to presence within your body. If you are feeling very anxious and you're having a very out of your body day because you're so in your head, to bring back physical feeling and being present in your own body can be very helpful. And this is great for digestion too. So this is what I do. I will simply crack my back. If you don't like the sound of cracking backs, turn off the volume because you're probably gonna hear it. This helps with blood flow as well to help promote digestion and easier digestion and make sure that everything is moving as it should. It also helps open up the diaphragm. So this is something that I love to do before I eat, is I crack my back. Now, that is so good. I love the ginger. It just opens you up so much, especially in the winter. Oh, so good. Now, as always, I'm gonna do my meditation from the Slim app. Strength grows in the moments when you think you can't go on, but keep going anyway. Resilience, grit, this is built through perseverance. And today, during our meditation, I want us to uncover that inner strength that's within us during difficult times. And it doesn't have to be a difficult time that you're going through right now, but to think back on the moments when you thought, I can't do this anymore. I can't keep going, but you did anyway. That strength, that resilience, that perseverance, that grit is within you. And to just remind yourself that it's there when you need it. It's this little pocket within you, and you can pull and dig into it when you need to. So today might be a good day and you might not need to, but when you do need to, know that that resilience and that grit and that perseverance is within you. Inhale that resilience and kind of pack it away in that little pocket inside of you, and exhale any doubt that you're not able to do this. Today's affirmation to take with you for the rest of the day is, I am stronger than I know, and I keep moving forward. Okay, I think I'm ready to eat now. From the Healthy Protein Cookbook, the Tofu Scramble, I don't think I told you what else I had. I have just boiled potatoes here that are left over from last night, and then I chopped up bell pepper. You want some ASMR? If you don't like sounds, you're gonna hear a crunch. Okay, so I've been asked a good amount of questions about seed cycling. I mentioned it maybe in a couple vlogs ago. I used to do it, and then I stopped doing it because the company that I would buy the seeds from went out of business. I had a company that would package up the seeds, the specific seeds that you needed, and it was a perfect amount of days, 28-day cycle. Anyway, seed cycling. I could do an entire video about this. The reason why I'm shying away from that is because, to be completely honest, I haven't read any peer-reviewed studies about seed cycling, and I don't like to necessarily promote something that hasn't been heavily studied. So I'm just saying that right now, that a lot of the evidence for seed cycling is anecdotal, and it is more of an intuitive, in my mind. It aligns with a more spiritual sense of being woman, and it aligns with the moon cycles. And so it is a little out there. I'm not sure if that's the right term for it. I guess it is just not yet been scientifically studied in a way that I feel comfortable to say that there's a lot of scientific evidence to support this. So all of that to say, I really like doing it. I feel good doing it. I feel in tune with my cycle when I do it. So I did want to talk about it a little bit because I was getting asked questions about it. So who is seed cycling for? If you are on birth control, I guess the better way to say it is, who is seed cycling not for? If you are on birth control, you're not ovulating, seed cycling is not going to apply to you. If you are postmenopausal, if you've gone through menopause, you're not ovulating, seed cycling could be beneficial to you because you could align it with the moon cycle. The person that's going to find the most benefit from seed cycling is the person who currently has an active menstrual cycle and is ovulating. So let me ask you this. What day did your last period start? That is going to be day 1 of your cycle. The first day of your bleed is day 1 of your cycle. About 14 days later, you are going to ovulate. Then about 14 days later, you're gonna get your period. It's not exactly this for many people. Many people do have irregular cycles, so it's not going to be as perfect, but on average, the ideal amount of time that we want a cycle to be is about 28 days. We wanna ovulate around day 14, and then we wanna have about 14 days until that next cycle starts. For some people, their luteal phase, which is that second half of the cycle, is a little bit shorter. It's luteal phase defect, and there are ways that can help it, and it's actually shown that doing this can help with lengthening your luteal phase. So the first 14 days of your cycle are called the follicular phase. On these days, you want to have a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, you can hear the cats, and a tablespoon of flax seeds. Ideally, you will grind these up. That's how you'll best absorb them. So you can see here, I have flax seeds that have not been ground up, and then I have the ground ones that I keep in the fridge. So a tablespoon of both of these daily for the first 14 days. Then after you ovulate, you're gonna transition to different seeds. How do you know when you ovulate? As we know, I am a type AAA personality, so I like to know exactly what is going on with my body on which day. And for that reason, I don't use birth control. I did for many years. I used birth control forever, but I don't use birth control now. I also am not pregnant. I'm not trying to conceive right now. I am getting married next year. My focus is my wedding for right now, one step at a time, married first. But I will say that I like to treat my body as if I am in trimester 0. So I want to have a healthy body so that when the time comes that I do want to conceive, God willing, it will be a very enjoyable, seamless, easy process, because in all the years leading up to it, I've had such a strong pulse on exactly what goes on with my cycle. The leading cause of infertility in women is not ovulating. So if I can be sure of the day that I ovulate, making sure I know how long all my cycles are, then when the time comes that, God willing, I am able to have a child, it'll be a pretty enjoyable, easy process. This will tell me whether or not my luteinizing hormone, LH, is high, and luteinizing hormone peaks right before you ovulate. And so then you know, okay, I'm about to ovulate, I'm very fertile right now. If I take one of these and it comes up positive, I will double check with using, this is not a pregnancy test, what I'm about to show you, okay? This is an ovulation test. It's an ovulation predictor, actually, if we're getting technical. This will tell me whether or not I'm ovulating. So I actually took this morning, and can you tell I'm just glowing? For a minute, I thought, is this TMI? But no, this is female empowerment. This is health. So today, I got a solid smiley face. I really only try to take this once a month because these are pricey. But anyway, this means I'm ovulating. I'm in my ovulatory phase. So it means that it is time to switch over to these seeds because I'm entering my luteal phase. So tablespoon of sunflower seeds and a tablespoon of sesame seeds. If I got this solid smiley face today, it means I'm gonna ovulate in the next 24 to 72 hours. I can feel when it happens. I have a very good read on what's going on in my body, so I can usually feel when ovulation happens. I confirm ovulation by, I take my temperature, and I take my temperature every morning to track all of this. Your temperature will rise after ovulation due to the increase in progesterone. So it is time for me to, and that's, listen, I have a rubber glove right here because it's kind of nasty that it's in this arena. I'm gonna wash this down after. But it is time in these next couple days to make the switch. I will say this though, I pretty much have flax seeds every day. I don't stop having flax seeds when I enter the luteal phase, but from here until day 1 of my bleed, the purpose of all of this is these seeds will help with balancing estrogen and progesterone as it fluctuates throughout the female hormonal cycle. So here is the female hormonal cycle, and the certain phytoestrogens in these seeds will help balance out your estrogen and progesterone. So after you ovulate, progesterone goes up, and that's what causes an increase in your basal body temperature. So I'm gonna ovulate in the next couple days here, and then I will track my temperature, and I'll jump up about a degree. So usually my basal body temperature is in the 97s, and then after ovulation is in the 98s. And that's how I know that I've ovulated. So back to what I was saying, why, you know, this seems like crazy. Why do all this? Well, first off, it's probably men asking that question. Why do all this? Because females have a 28-day menstrual cycle, and males have or hormonal cycle, and males have a 24-hour menstrual cycle. As a female, I love to feel so empowered to know what is going on in my body hormonally, and I treat my body like I'm in trimester 0. Oh, you guys thought I was taking off this jacket? This jacket's never coming. Bury me in this jacket. Okay, I'm in my office because I'm working. I am running a giveaway for my birthday that is coming up. I have a big birthday coming up on the 19th of February, and I am going, any birthday twins, by the way? Healthy Mummy is the 26th of February, but I'm running a huge giveaway. I'm going to be giving away over $10,000 worth of my products, coaching, slim, all that good stuff. So you can enter my giveaway, enter to win a lifetime membership to the Slim program. I'm going to be giving away 3 of those. I'm going to be giving away a ton of my cookbooks, and it's going to be over $10,000 worth of things that I'm giving away for my birthday. So it is super easy to enter. All you have to do is enter your email in the description bar. I have a link, click it, enter your email, and make sure you're following me on Instagram, YouTube, and if TikTok is still here, follow me over there, and you're entered. I'm gonna be announcing the giveaway winners via email. Hello from my boudoir, from my bedroom. I think that's how you say bedroom in French. French Healthy Hunnies, let me know. I'm obsessed with sleep. I actually put this up on TikTok last night. Again, make sure you're following me on TikTok. If it still exists, the uglier you go to bed, the prettier you wake up. So I wanted to share with you what is in this is my bedside basket. I'm obsessed with sleep. Don't mess with my sleep. And I very often get asked how I'm so good at it. Not to brag. I have a really exciting partnership coming up that I cannot wait for. But anyway, here is what I do to get the best night's sleep. I'm gonna start with what I've been doing for the longest and what I've been doing more recently. I've been doing this for 10 years at this point. It is a sleep mask. This started when I was living in London, when I was studying abroad in London. There were 4 of us to 1 room, so you can imagine. There were many nights where Grandma Emmy went to bed while the lights were still on. So I started using a sleep mask. It was actually the sleep mask that they gave us on the plane, on the red eye to London. I kept it and I started using it and I never went back. So I use a sleep mask every night. Melatonin is the hormone that helps us fall asleep, and it's what rises at nighttime to help you fall asleep, lowest in the morning. The production of melatonin is inhibited by light, and that light enters through the skin. So if you are asleep, but it's bright outside, and your skin, and specifically your eyelids, which is very thin skin, can detect that it's light outside, or you're gonna have trouble sleeping. So I always wear the eye mask, and I have to say, I really like the feeling of the pressure on my eyes. There are eye masks that there isn't pressure on your eyes, and I actually don't like those. I like the pressure on my eyes. The next item in my little basket of goodies here are earplugs. My cat always wants to eat these earplugs. I started using earplugs after I lived in Australia. I moved back home for a couple months, and when I was living at home, God bless healthy dad, but he would get up a little bit earlier than I will say. And I could very clearly hear the dishwasher being unloaded and, you know, things being chopped, whatever. This is not a complaint. This was just my reality. So I started using earplugs so that I could sleep with all the noises. And once you start using earplugs, you don't go back. So I've been using earplugs for, how long is it? You know, was that 2019? 6 years now I use earplugs. Cannot fall asleep without them. I don't know what I would do if I forgot them when I went somewhere. I would like go to CVS and buy them because I cannot sleep without these things. As of recent, I have learned something devastating about myself because in my mind, I'm Sleeping Beauty when I'm asleep. You know, I am like Bella Hadid when I sleep. My fiance has let me know that I sleep with my mouth open what? But this is actually not good for you for the shape of your face and also for your sleep quality. When you sleep with your mouth open, your nose tends to get bigger and your chin tends to get smaller over time. And when you sleep with your mouth closed, your jawline gets stronger. It's because your muscles are stronger, holding your mouth together, and your nose doesn't get bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's the aesthetic part of it. The physiological part of it is that you get a much deeper sleep when your mouth is closed because you're breathing in through your nose and you're breathing deeply through your diaphragm versus the diaphragm versus the shallow breaths from just breathing through your mouth. So this is mouth tape. It takes some getting used to. Trust me, get this one. Don't get the one that's shaped in an X. I might still have some of those. I made the mistake of getting the one that is shaped in an X. This. Don't get this. It falls off. It doesn't work. This works. It takes some getting used to the first couple nights, but man, do you get a deep sleep with this. And then the last thing that I've started using, we'll see if I keep using it, but I have been using a chin strap. This helps with preventing fluid buildup. When you sleep, you can build up a lot of fluid, and this helps with preventing fluid buildup in the face and supposedly temporarily helps snatch your jawline. So I showed you in my Adam Sandler TikTok what that looks like. I've been using it. This definitely takes getting used to. It feels a little bit suffocating, but I'm gonna keep using it and see what the results are. Okay, honeys, let's do a little pre-lunch Q&A. One of my goals for this first quarter of the year, I talked about this a little bit in my last video, that instead of setting goals for 2025, my friend Michaela and I are reading a book called The 12-Week Year, where you set goals for the next 12 weeks as opposed to year-long goals for a plethora of reasons. My favorite being that you procrastinate on goals that you set for the next year. And with 12-week goals, you actually will move the needle forward. It's also a lot less pressure. I love, love, love it. One of my goals is to actually vlog every Friday. So today is Friday and today is dedicated to vlogging. My vlogs are gonna go up on Saturdays for these first 12 weeks, unless I, for some other reason, have to post another video. But I would love if we could have you leave any questions that you have on this vlog, and then I'll answer them in the next vlog and we can kind of form that routine. So I'm gonna go through questions that were on my last video and we'll do a little Q&A session. So leave any questions that you have and I will answer them in the next vlog. The women's health videos that I've been uploading have, I love it. I could cry. Can you tell I'm ovulating? I love that so many younger girls are watching these videos and from a young age. Why am I like crying talking about this? Oh my gosh. Being a woman is it just makes me so happy that young girls are growing up understanding their bodies. I feel like I didn't have that. So much has changed so recently, but there's so much more female empowerment now and understanding your body. And I'm just so happy that it's being so well received by younger women to help them understand how to flow through life as a woman. So anyway, so I uploaded this YouTube short. Let's watch it. This is your uterus on a regular day. It weighs about 2 ounces. And this is your uterus the first day of your period. It can weigh up to 8 ounces. So next time your jeans feel a little bit tighter at that time of the month, remind yourself that A, it's totally normal. B, you have this inside of you when you usually just have this. C, this will be back in just a matter of days. And D, you can always come back to my videos to help you feel better. Why does it enlarge? Why does the uterus enlarge by the first day of your period? So the reason why is because the lining of your uterus gets thicker and thicker and thicker leading up to your period. And then when you get your period, the lining sheds. And that's why it is bigger on the first day of your period. And then it goes back to normal after that. So should you not do progressive overload when you're trying to lose body fat? as in stay in the gym and lifting weights, but not more progressive overload until you're ready to eat more. So this was on my skinny fat video, which by the way, I don't like that term, and I addressed that in that video. I describe what progressive overload is, which is when you're looking to put on more muscle, you eat more calories and you lift heavy weights to help build more muscle. When you are in a fat loss phase, progressive overload, just plain and simple, is going to be really hard to do because you're in a calorie deficit. You don't have all of that extra energy to be able to push all of that weight. So you're going to have trouble even doing progressive overload when you're in a calorie deficit and you're releasing weight, for the sheer fact that there's just not enough energy to go around. So when you're in more of a weight loss phase, I would focus more on high rep. So instead of, let's say you normally do, 25-pound bicep curls, and that's really difficult for you, but you can do a few, that helps build new muscle. I would rather have you do 10-pound bicep curls and work on doing a higher volume of reps with a lower weight. I'm heading to Costco now to pick up my meal plan ingredients. I have a question. I'm at the weight loss stage of the starch solution, and would you recommend this type of meal plan and just exclude the fats? Flaxseed, peanut butter, avocado, hemp seeds for the duration of the weight loss period. I've lost about 10 pounds and I have another 50 to lose. You can lose weight with the inclusion of fats. You can lose weight with the exclusion of fats. I don't think that the exclusion of fats should be your long-term plan though. It can be safe to do in short periods because you have enough fat on your body that your body's not going to starve without eating fat. But I would keep in mind that if you are planning on excluding fats during the weight loss phase because they're so calorically dense, that this isn't going to be a sustainable long-term plan for you, and that you have to have a plan in order to bring those back in. In the Slim program, I actually have it set up so that if you want to include fats during the fat loss phase, you can do that in the Slim program. You can select that you want to do the recipes version of the meal plan for weight loss, and you'll still be able to include things like avocados and seeds, whatnot, because it's calorie controlled. But I just want to make it clear that I don't like the idea at all of people not having fats at all for the rest of their lives. Can you do it in the short term, in the interim? Yeah, and it is a helpful thing to do because fats are super calorically dense, and the more fats you have, the more calories you're eating. So when you stop eating fats, you stop eating less calories. But I will just also say that for some people, actually, the inclusion of fats is important because it helps them feel satiated and satisfied. So can you do it? Yes. Do you have to do it? No. Have I seen people be successful both ways? Yeah. If that is just too confusing for you to try to figure out on your own, honestly, just join the Slim program and I'll give you a meal plan to help you lose weight. Okay, my next YouTube short here that has a question. This will be the last question I answer. Let's watch the YouTube short. Do you know how long the male hormone cycle is? 24 hours. Testosterone peaks in the morning, gradually declines throughout the day, and is lowest at night, and then resets the next day. Every day pretty much looks the same. On the other hand, a female hormone cycle is 28 days. So while a man's month looks like this, steady and predictable, a female month looks like this. For women, every day is a new adventure. So guys, if you're feeling off, you'll reset in the morning. And ladies, if your mood swings last a few days, it's normal. And it's the longer, more drawn out ebb and flow of female hormones. Okay, another one that was really well received, which just makes me so happy that women now have a better understanding of why this happens. This person asks, SM Riders, how does this work when a girl is on the pill and never ovulates? So if you are on the birth control pill, you don't ovulate and you don't have the normal hormonal cycle that women have. So you likely won't experience the same level of hunger because you don't have a luteal phase. You don't have an increase of progesterone and estrogen. You don't have what's happening, and I'll put the graph here of what a normal 28-day menstrual cycle looks like. I was on birth control forever, and I mean, grateful I was, grateful I wasn't, whatever. It was what it was. If I could have gone back, I don't really have any regrets, whatever. It was what it was. My body's healthy now, and that's what matters. But, okay, I could go down a rabbit hole right now. Should I do it? Should I do it? Whatever. Hey, I'm going to give you this information. Do with it what you want. If you are on birth control and you are in a relationship, you might get off birth control and not be attracted to the person that you're in the relationship with, because birth control, it tricks your body into thinking that you're pregnant, actually, and it shuts down the hormones that allow for ovulation. You might get off of birth control, start ovulating naturally again, and then you are attracted to men that, or women or whatever, that you weren't beforehand. Very interesting. So yeah, you won't experience this if you're on the pill. The pill just like shuts you down hormonally. And that's the tea. Okay fam, it is lunchtime. I've switched over to chamomile tea. We are just gonna make a simple KISS meal. If you are new here, KISS stands for Keep It Simple, Sweetie. So it's just a simple combination of starches, vegetables, legumes, healthy fats, etc. Obsessed with my bowls from Crate & Barrel. You can probably still get these because I didn't get these that long ago, but I love a shallow, wide bowl. Don't get me started. Don't tempt me with a good time. So first thing that's in the bowl is some cilantro lime rice. It is as simple as rice and then adding in a squeeze of lime and freshly chopped cilantro. It'll bring you back to your Chipotle days, I'm telling you. Next, I have some diced up red bell peppers. Add that. I have some chopped lettuce that I'm gonna add. I have some diced mini cucumber that I'm gonna add. I have a bunch of edamame. Add that. Then I'm gonna add in some avocado. And then for my sauce, I'm actually gonna use, this is my high protein tempeh stew from the Healthy Protein Cookbook. I'm not sure if I've shown this yet in a video. I may have, but I'm actually gonna use that as my sauce. So I'm just gonna take a big scoop of that and hack, use soup or stew as your sauce. And then, because we're moving over, making the transition to sesame seeds, I'm gonna sprinkle on sesame seeds. How easy was that? That did not take long at all. So here we have it. Cilantro lime rice, bell pepper, lettuce, cucumber, edamame, avocado, and my high protein tempeh stew. I want to also talk about, I've made some decisions with my wedding. I think I might save that for the next vlog, but I have made some decisions when it comes to my wedding, I think. So I'll talk about those next time, but it is related to theme and bridal party. By the way, guys, if you want a custom meal plan, custom workout plan, daily meditations, access to me, journals, all that good stuff, make sure you join the Slim program. All the information about that is linked below. Leave any questions that you have on this vlog. I'll answer them in the next vlog, and make sure that you've entered my giveaway. I'm giving away, I think it's like $12,000 worth of prizes. I'm gonna eat this, and I will see you, honeys, in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. If you enjoyed this video, you're gonna love the next one that pops up on the screen. It is another day in the life vlog. I love you, honeys.